Why do you win when you don't care? This is the secret. You can feel it. The moment you want something too much, right at that moment, you started losing it. Coincidence? No. Why does the more you want something, the further it gets? Do you know the answer? You don't. People are chasing the wrong thing. Try harder. Want more. Show more. And the more they run, the emptier their hands get. Not luck. Something inside you says yes as you read this. You've lived this many times. Imagine it. You really wanted something to happen. Maybe a person. Maybe an opportunity. Maybe an answer. And the more you wanted it, the more you controlled yourself. The more you calculated. The more your brain staged scenes. But the result was frustration. You didn't succeed. Ask yourself, why didn't you succeed? The answer is in you. But exactly where? Come with me. Imagine it. Nothing mattered. No plan. No pressure. You were just there. And that day, things went really well. You said something, the other person laughed. You tried something, it worked. You felt something, it was reciprocated. What were you doing that day? You weren't trying. You were just there. Coincidence? No. Here's the truth. When something feels too important to you, you disappear completely. You start distracting yourself. A version of you, a more careful version, more calculated, more fake, and people feel it, even if they can't say why, even if they don't know the reason. Something feels wrong, they say inside. That wrong thing is you. But here's what no one talks about. The real cost of caring too much isn't failure. It's something quieter. You've been inside it for years. Most people think indifference is weakness. They're wrong. Caring isn't the problem. Being needy about the outcome is. Those two are very different things. A very fine, very important difference. And once you feel it, you can never ignore it again. You've seen someone like this in your life. That calm, that stillness. They care but not desperately. They're there but not clinging. You wanted to be around them. You didn't know exactly why. Now you're getting a little closer. Imagine it. You're talking to someone you want to impress. You're listening to them, but at the same time, you're somewhere else. You're rehearsing. You're adjusting. You're reading their face, looking for signs that it's going well, signs that they like you, signs that it's working. And while you're doing all of this, you're not actually there. You're inside your mind. The other person feels it. That emptiness, that half presence, the performance spinning just beneath the surface. You know this, not because I'm telling you, because you've lived that moment. Subscribe to my channel and find more content for yourself. Why did it always go like that? Because when you're needy about the outcome, you become the obstacle, not the other person, not the circumstances, you. So what changes when you stop caring? From the outside, not much changes. You're still there. You're still trying. But that trying feels different, lighter, less watched, less staged. The version that shows up is really you. And that version is stronger than any script you could ever write. Most people spend years trying to be impressive. The ones who are impressive usually stop trying so hard. They didn't stop working. They stop performing. The one who doesn't perform never loses. But here's the part that will stay with you. There's something you've been protecting by caring this much. Something you've never looked at directly. Just look. See, caring too much isn't usually about the thing itself. It's about what the thing means. If I get this job, I'm enough. If this person stays, I can be loved. If this works, I was right to try. The outcome isn't the goal. The outcome is proof. The proof you've been quietly searching for your entire life. And when the outcome becomes proof, losing it doesn't feel like a setback. It feels like a verdict. This isn't a small thing. This is everything. And most people carry this weight into every moment that matters to them. Reason 1, the signal you send. Here's the first thing. When you're needy about something, your brain broadcasts it subtly. The way you hesitate before answering. The moment you laugh too quickly. That look in your eyes searching for approval. People read these things, not consciously, but they react. You send a message and you look at your phone. You look again. You put it down. You pick it up. You're not just waiting for a reply. You're waiting for permission to feel okay. The other person feels that weight, even through the screen. And that kind of weight makes people want to step back. You've done this. You already know which conversation I'm talking about. The quiet cost of caring too much. You make yourself smaller, not in effort, in presence. The moment you're trying the hardest, you're the least yourself. Reason 2, the trap of the outcome. Here's the second thing. When the outcome is everything, the process disappears. You're not in that room. You're in the outcome, already there. You're calculating what happens if it goes wrong. Managing the future. And managing the future means disappearing from the present. Imagine it. You're in a job interview. You prepared. You know your answers. But halfway through, you stop listening to the question. You're already thinking about how your answer will land. You're already in the aftermath. And the person across from you sees someone who isn't really here. Not unqualified, just absent. And what they were actually choosing was presence. You've been in that room. You felt that grip. You wondered why. Reason 3, what you lose when you have to win. Here's the third thing. When you have to win, you can't afford to lose. And that changes everything about how you move. You get careful, overly careful. You stop saying the interesting thing. You say the safe thing. You don't take the risk that could make you unforgettable. You take the manageable risk, the safe move, the controlled step. And safe means forgettable. Imagine it. There was something you wanted to say. In that meeting, in that conversation, on that date, something real, something true. But you didn't say it. Felt like too much. Could have landed wrong. This needed to go well. Instead, you said something lighter. And that moment passed. You felt it pass. You corrected yourself right when it mattered most. And you already know it cost you something. The loop isn't just here. It's everywhere. In relationships, the more needy you are for someone to stay, the more you perform for them. them. And performing is exhausting. For you, for them. One day, nothing remains but the performance. At work, the projects you care about the most are usually the ones you overthink, over-edit, make feel heavy, compared to the thing you did on a Tuesday when nothing was at stake. In the way you talk to yourself, when you have to believe something about yourself, you start arguing for it, defending it, protecting it, even when a quiet part of you isn't sure. In decisions, the more important a decision feels, the harder it is to be clear, because you're not just deciding, you're trying not to be wrong. And trying not to be wrong is not the same as trying to be right. In social settings, you walk into a room where you want to be liked, and immediately you're not fully yourself, a slightly adjusted version, more careful, more managed, less interesting, usually without even realizing it. The loop is the same. The importance rises. You leave, not physically, internally. The version that disappears is the version that would have worked. This is the quiet tragedy of caring too much. Not that you fail as a version that isn't even you. Think of the moments that went well, really well. Usually, you weren't trying so hard, not because you didn't care, because that caring was clean, quiet, not attached to the outcome. You were just there, fully there, and things worked the way they work when you stop fighting them. Subscribe to my channel and find more content for yourself. Here's the uncomfortable part. You already know how to do this. You've already done it without trying. In the moments that didn't matter, in conversations where nothing was at stake, in work no one was watching. You were better then, more alive, more accurate, more yourself. The only difference between those moments and the ones that carried weight was the weight you brought into them. Need, the proof you were looking for, the verdict you feared. That weight never helped you, not once. You carried it because it felt like caring, because it felt like effort. But effort and need are not the same thing. One moves you forward, the other keeps you stuck, quietly, while looking exactly like effort. Most people never separate these two things. They treat caring and needing as the same word. But the one who wins usually cares deeply and needs nothing. They're not detached, they're not cold, they're invested, and somehow free. Free from the verdict, free from the proof, free from the weight of what the outcome says about them. And that freedom looks like indifference from the outside. It's not. It's something quieter, harder to find. The ability to try completely and release the outcome. Not because the outcome doesn't matter, because you matter. You matter more than the outcome. And when you really feel that, really feel it, something shifts. Not in what you do, in how you do it. The room notices. The conversation changes. The outcome often comes. Not because you chased harder, because you finally let go. So why do you get worse at getting something when you want it too much? Because when you want it too much, you turn into the version who can't do it. The careful version. The performing version. The version who loses before they start. You don't win by wanting more. You win by needing less. And the difference between these two is everything. But there's one more thing. Right beneath this. You might notice it now. When you stop needing outcomes, you still need something. Something quieter. What you call standards. Or what you call self-respect. Or just taking care of yourself. There's a version of not caring that protects you. And a version that slowly empties you. And most people can't tell the difference yet. Not yet. Here's the question. Think about what you've been trying hardest to get. Are you working for it? Or are you trying to prove something? You know the answer, and you've known it for a while. Why? Come with me. In the next video, I'm talking about you. Subscribe to my channel and find more content for yourself.